The Labour Party doesn't like being exposed.
We did not commit to the 300 pounds of reduction in energy prices, nor did we commit to scrapping the 300 pounds or the winter fuel payment for pensioners. So we went into the election, we didn't make those promises, and I'm simply holding the government to account right now in this debate.
And in Parliament, they did everything they could to shut down Conservative MP Joy Morrissey.
Well, why not?
I thank the honourable member. Just to repeat my question, we're not talking about what was committed in the manifestos. My question was about what the honourable member had said just a few minutes ago, was that you're committed to removing all of the levies on bills related to renewables. Just wondered whether if you could repeat that pledge.
But it didn't work. She called out Labour's empty promises on cheap energy, showed how their policies are driving up costs and costing jobs, and even clashed with MPs trying to silence her. The truth stings, doesn't it?
Based on their energy bills. And the new Labour government had promised to cut energy bills by £300 by 2023. Still looking forward to that. Creating 650 jobs for the $8 billion they were taking off of taxpayers for the Great British Energy.
Watch the video to see how Labour is failing the UK.
Yes, just to clarify, Ed Miliband is committing £22 billion of your money on technology that probably doesn't work.
And here we go, Madam Deputy Speaker. You see, they've got nothing to say. They've got nothing to say about the country.
And of course, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. Let's spread the word and show everyone what's really going on in Parliament.
On the issue of the cost of energy, may I just say that it does affect every aspect of our economy, and few things are more important for our economic success than the cost of energy. It affects our global competitiveness of our industries and therefore the number of jobs that it affects our constituents throughout based on their energy bills. And the new Labour government had promised to cut energy bills by £300 by 2023. Still looking forward to that. Creating 650 jobs for the $8 billion they were taking off of taxpayers for the Great British Energy, and the launch of the era of clean, cheap, homegrown power. But after more than 6 months in government, it seems clear that they will make energy more expensive, with bills going up, not down, and the risk of shutting down swathes of British industry with jobs lost to more polluting countries. In short, their energy plans will result in lower growth, fewer jobs, higher energy bills, and more carbon in the atmosphere. We are constantly told by ministers that renewables like wind and sun are the cheapest sources of energy, but that does not take into account huge hidden costs of increased reliance on renewables. And again, may I thank the member for Bath for bringing the important aspect of renewables to the forefront of this debate. And industry has already warned that trying to produce a record amount of renewable capacity quickly to meet the government's 2030 target pushes up the price and cost to consumers. The cost also depends on generating capacity you need to have in the background to kick in to keep the lights on when the wind doesn't blow and the sun doesn't shine. I will give way.
I'm grateful to the honourable member for giving way in what I can only describe as a kind of anti-renewables, anti-action on climate change speech from what I'm hearing. I just wanted to confirm something. The honourable member mentioned that electricity prices were some of the highest in Europe, that their party was in fact in government for the last 14 years when this government inherited those. And could you just repeat on the record that you think it's the Conservative Party's position that all levies that support renewables on bills should be scrapped?
Thank you.
As honourable members as opposed to you.
Thank you, Chair. I welcome the honourable member's contribution, and it is wonderful to hear his commitment to the climate change emergency and to hear his contributions earlier. And I think, for me personally, I feel that we need to move forward as a country in making sure that our energy costs remain low. We did not commit to the 300 pounds of reduction in energy prices, nor did we commit to scrapping the £300 or the winter fuel payment for pensioners. So we went into the election, we didn't make those promises, and I'm simply holding the government to account right now in this debate. And we are constantly told, and well, why not?
Thank you, Honourable Member. Just to repeat my question, we're not talking about what was committed in the manifestos. My question was about what the Honourable Member had said just a few minutes ago, was that you're committed to removing all of the levies on bills related to renewables. Just wondered if you could repeat that pledge.
And the Honourable Member makes a wonderful point. And personally, I feel very strongly about this. But in the joys of opposition, that is the glory of opposition, in that I can hold the government to account, but I can also have a backbench business debate or an adjournment debate of my choosing with my own passion projects. And not to digress, Chair, but if you look at the water bill, you'll see my passion projects put into flourish right in front of you. So I think I don't want to detract from this wonderful debate, but with what I'm saying is I think we can find a cross-party solution for many of these things, and we want to be positive about the UK and its future.
While pensioners, farmers and hard-working Britons struggle with soaring bills, the government seems more interested in pouring billions into net zero fantasies with no proven results. Is this really the best use of our money?
Is Ed Miliband's continuing quest to spend all of our money, it seems, on madcap net zero ideas, including £22 billion of your money on unproven carbon capture technology. Now, those words are not just mine, although I totally agree with them. They are the words of the Commons Public Accounts Committee. So, to be clear, a parliamentary committee that has said that Mr Miliband has not properly investigated whether this technology was affordable, and they are raising the alarm about the viability of the technology. So, yes, just to clarify, Ed Miliband is committing £22 billion of your money on technology that probably doesn't work. And I take you back to the earlier conversations about pensioners, WASPy women, farmers and so on. Well, look, to try and unpack this and...
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. The Secretary of State recently approved a 524-hectare solar farm in Lincolnshire, a farm linked to Dale Vince, a £5.4 million donor to the Labour Party. The public have a right to be certain that this decision was carried out properly. So, will the Secretary of State refer his conduct of this application to the Independent Advisor on Ministerial Standards? Yes or no? Secretary of State.
Well, I'm glad the Honourable Lady asked about this, because I took no part in this decision and recused myself from it. And here we go, Madam Deputy Speaker. You see, they've got nothing to say. They've got nothing to say about the country.
You can't just ignore this, can you? While people are struggling to pay their bills, they're throwing billions at a technology that might not even work. So, you know what to do. Drop a comment, hit like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. It's about time we had a proper conversation about this.